Good morning, everybody. Hey, welcome to your Tuesday. The jury's out on Tuesday. That's how we feel about Tuesdays. Evan, totally against them. I think Mondays are worse. And
really?
You say what about Tuesdays?
Embrace the day.
Embrace
it doesn't matter what day it is. We can always make it the best one. Right?
Every day's a gift.
Yes,
right?
Exactly.
Exactly.
Yes, thank
you. Let's check in with Evan and see how the weather's looking on this Tuesday. You know, I shouldn't say you hate.
Right, exactly.
Yes.
In terms of if I had to pick which day may be at the bottom of the totem pole for me, it would probably be a Tuesday. Exactly. Hey, but it actually is a quite exciting Tuesday weather-wise. We haven't had fog out there joining us in a few days at least. Yesterday we had some problems related to visibility, but they weren't that troublesome. We were seeing about those 7 miles of visibility up in Oceanside. But take a look down in Kearney Mesa is where we have the majority of trouble. North Island right now. So Coronado coming in with less than a mile of visibility, 3 miles in downtown San Diego. So if you wake up this morning to a little bit of fog, don't be too surprised. But by the afternoon, we're going to have some sunshine prevailing, temperatures in the low 70s along the coast and inland. Inland, we could be seeing low 80s in the forecast. Let's talk about what we have in terms of traffic this morning. Where right now there was just one crash that we had been taking you to earlier. Now that crash has been cleared on the 15. That was on the southbound lane at the Murphy Canyon Road exit. Right now, no other major crashes or collisions to get to, and coming up in just a bit, we'll take a closer look at that forecast. Mild conditions for this week, but we've got a chance of rain in the forecast, so that's coming up in a bit. Back to you.
On this Tuesday morning, the County Board of Supervisors will be discussing deaths in our county jails.
This all comes as the Sheriff's Department unveils new policies aimed at keeping inmates safer. CBS 8's Dana Marie McNichol live outside the County Administration Building to explain. Good morning, Dana Marie.
Good morning. Well, this all comes after a report released some staggering statistics finding that over the past 15 years, San Diego County jails have seen more inmate deaths than most in the state of California. And that's why this morning the County Board of Supervisors and the Sheriff's Department are talking about these policy changes. So I'm going to break down what the state auditors found in this report. They found that the department's failure to consistently provide adequately medical and mental health care likely contributed to its high number of in-custody deaths. Now, that's when something called the Citizens Law Enforcement Review Board, known as CLRB, steps in. Now, this is a special board in San Diego, independently and impartially investigating citizen complaints about San Diego County Sheriff's deputies and probation officers. Now, the state auditor found that this board has been insufficient, but now announcements are being made on how this is going to change. Now, Interim Sheriff Kelly Martinez says the policy changes include more timely and proper safety checks, medication-assisted treatment for inmates, and more deputies wearing body cameras inside the jails. The Sheriff's Department says it's currently understaffed, but is making an effort to hire more deputies to implement this new policy. Now, we spoke to prison rights advocate Mary Estrada, who says she's encouraged by these changes.
I think it's awesome because, I mean, we need to know what goes on in there. You know, they're hired and they've, taken the oath to protect, the inside. And if they're not doing that, again, they need to be held accountable.
The word is accountable. That's what she's really honing in on, transparency, and how these new policies can really help give more trust to the public in terms of law enforcement, but also some relief and understanding from those family members who have had inmates pass away in the jails. Now, we just spoke with San Diego for Justice. They were also had a report and review on how these changes can be implemented, and they said that CLRB would like to expand its jurisdiction, not only being able to ask questions to deputies, but also medical staff in making those investigations. So this morning, the County Board of Supervisors will be discussing how these policies can move forward. I'm Dana Marie McNichol, live at the County Administration Building. I'll send it back to you.
Надо усилить сотрудничество в рамках союзного государства, а на совещании в правительстве обсуждали как сотрудничество в рамках.
That is an anti-war protester interrupting a live news broadcast on the Russian state television. She posted a video before this saying she was ashamed to have worked for years spreading Kremlin propaganda. We're also getting a look at a video showing a rocket hitting a street in the Ukrainian capital of Kyiv. At least one person was killed in this. Peace talks between Russia and Ukraine are expected to resume today, and the White House has warned China not to interfere after Moscow reportedly asked Beijing for weapons and cash.
Gas prices jumped again overnight. The price for a gallon of regular now up to $5.77. It was $5.76 yesterday, and we were paying $3.88 a year ago. Today, another attempt to alleviate some of the pressure from high gas prices. Two county supervisors want the board to urge the governor for a suspension of that gas tax.
This comes a day after Republican state lawmakers failed to pass something similar. CBS 8's Chris Groh live from Kearney Mesa now with those details. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Eric and Netta. And look, these are Supervisors Jim Desmond and Joel Anderson. And what they're doing right now is they are introducing a letter that they hope will again be sent out to Governor Gavin Newsom asking for a suspension of the gas tax. Now, of course, the gas tax has been the subject of a lot of strategies being proposed to try to alleviate some of these high prices that we are seeing at the pump, trying to help not only San Diegans, but Californians across the state. And what the tax is meant to pay for is road repairs across the state. It's about a 51-cent tax right now. But Supervisor Desmond and Anderson believe that that money can be made up with the state's budget surplus, something that they laid out in this proposed letter as well, too, something that'll go before the entire Board of Supervisors later today. Now, it is something that we've heard before. In fact, again, this comes as Republican state lawmakers failed to move forward with a piece of legislation dealing with the gas tax. They actually tried to force a vote on their gas tax holiday bill, but they did not get enough votes to move forward with that. And at the same time, Governor Gavin Newsom wants to give Californians a gas tax rebate, which would give checks directly to the consumer. Republicans don't oppose a future rebate, but say that the gas tax holiday would give immediate relief. But economists like USD Professor Alan Jen say that Governor Newsom's plan for a rebate cuts out the middleman.
Again, a lot of it would depend on gas stations implementing that.
Just look across the country, states that have lower gas taxes, they have lower prices for gasoline.
Now, the state Republicans needed 54 votes to actually move forward with their bill. Unfortunately, though, they only got 18. For more on exactly what was included in the Republicans' version of that gas tax relief, that holiday bill, you can go to our website, cbs8.com, and click on that story link. Eric and Netta.
Chris Groh, thank you.
Thank you, Chris. And you've been hard at work finding out about Tuesdays and why it's really not such a bad day. Right?
Yes. Okay, it's considered the most productive day of the work week.
Oh,
Interesting.
Yes.
Is it? I guess that makes sense.
It's also the day that Uranus was first discovered as a planet. So there you go.
A Tuesday.
The planet.
Okay,
yeah.
great.
And so, yeah, take Tuesday, grab it by the horns, make it a day worth living.
And hook 'em horns, too.
I mean,
the whole horns thing.
How could I have criticized a
Texas
Tuesday like
How
that?
dare you?
I mean, I guess it makes sense that it's a productive day
And
because,
tacos, people,
you know, you
tacos.
walk in on Monday, you're not really inclined to do much work,
Sure.
and then by Wednesday it's midweek, Thursday it's pre-Friday, Friday it's Friday.
Right. So Tuesday's the only day you're really going to work hard.
That's true, yes.
There we go.
Speaking of working hard, is that a look at Mars rover right
You would
there?
think so, right? Exactly, right? No, this is instead the view of downtown San Diego. Quite a bit of fog. We saw that, Eric and I, as we drove in. Netta, you were saying there wasn't much in La Jolla, right?
No,
it wasn't
not at all. Or PB.
See?
No,
Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
So very patchy as we kick off the morning, and you can see what we're talking about out there. We've seen some improvements from about Oceanside through Miramar, for example. Oceanside still contending with a bit of it. However, downtown San Diego and North Island, so Coronado, dealing with quite a bit of it here at the 6 o'clock hour. We're going to keep moving through the day and seeing those clouds lift quite a bit. We'll have some high clouds with us by the afternoon. Temperatures, though, are going to be really, really mild out there under plenty of sunshine. Sunshine is not going to come through for another hour or so, so we still got some time before we see the sun actually come through. 72 along the coast, 79 inland, low 70s for the mountains. The mountains gain a pretty decent amount in terms of those afternoon high temperatures. So instead of the upper 50s and low 60s that we saw yesterday, we're going for 70 this afternoon, 92 for the deserts. As you walk out the door, we're not too cold out there thanks to that at least partial layer of clouds. 39 degrees right now in Ramona, 45 right now in Poway. 50 in Del Mar and 51 in downtown San Diego. So here's where the next hours will take us. We'll start to see those temperatures warm up nicely after about 9 and 10 a.m. But between now and then, good idea to have at least a light jacket with you as you walk out the door. And then we'll make it to the low 70s after about 2 p.m. A couple clouds will join us for the afternoon and evening. Could make for a beautiful sunset once it arrives. At 6:10 right now, we're going to take a closer look at the traffic map right now, where so far we've actually been treated very well. So we haven't seen any major backups or delays delays. We also have not seen any crashes or collisions that haven't at least been cleared. The one that we were tracking earlier was on the right-hand lane of a stalled vehicle, 15 southbound Murphy Canyon Road, getting back to clear conditions out there on the 15 southbound. So not much trouble to kick off the morning. A much quieter commute, at least here at the 6 o'clock hour compared to yesterday. Back to you.